In today's breaking news, Donald Trump's desperation is starting to show with regards to the Epstein files, and it appears that Team Trump has hatched a plan to leverage Joe Rogan, and I have the story for you next. This morning I was scrolling through X and I happened upon a video by Joe Rogan that shows how he truly feels about a certain kind of American, and I instantly bookmarked it. I intuitively knew it would come in handy, but little did I know that time would just be in a couple of hours. Rogan often gets slammed for being a Trump fanboy and MAGA himself, but the end of this clip comically shows his true feelings.
Have you ever seen that video from when they first started telling people you can't have an open beer in your car?
No.
This lady's like, basically, we're becoming communists. And this guy's like, you work all day. It'd be nice if you could have a beer on your way home. Like, listen to this.
Drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting communist when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making laws where you can't drink when you want to.
Maybe. Yeah.
You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
Fantastic.
That's when Trump got his first light bulb.
But wait, there's more to Rogan's situational objectivity and intellectual honesty about Trump. Have a look at some of his recent musings, and then I'll share the Trump plan for turning his podcast into a propaganda platform.
You know, like the people that were very hopeful for change when Trump got into office, one of the things that everyone was promised was you're going to find out the Epstein client list, and you're going to find out who killed JFK and what the UFOs are all about. You haven't heard a fucking peep out of any of that shit.
Yeah.
No one knows nothing. And today, they just finally said there's no client list, there's no videos. I mean, I had Kash Patel. These people, Kash came on the podcast and said there's nothing that you want to see. You know, this guy,
Nothing you need to see.
Dan Bongino, who's always like shouting from the rooftops, we're going to get to the bottom of this and find out who these people are. Everyone's saying, no, Epstein killed himself. No, nothing to see here. And it's like, okay, well, that's why people are cynical. People are cynical because you had all this hope for change. And then you realize, like, oh, the same people that are pulling the strings are still pulling the string about all kinds of things. And this is today with the internet. You know, like, look, where's the Epstein files? Boo, can't find them. Mm-hmm. Don't exist. Like, they can get away with shit. This one's a line in the sand.
Yeah.
Because this is one where there's a lot of stuff about, when we thought Trump was going to come in and a lot of things are going to be resolved. Yeah. We're going to drain the swamp. We're going to figure everything out. And when you have this one hardcore line in the sand that everybody had been talking about forever, and then they're trying to gaslight you on that.
So the question is Rogan that guy or is he this guy? Trump's White House is counting on the latter, according to an article by the Daily Beast with the headline, Trump aides plan to plead with Joe Rogan to end Epstein crisis.
Senior Trump administration leaders are reportedly looking at using megastar podcaster Joe Rogan to help tackle lingering fallout from the Jeffrey Epstein crisis. Trump officials are also considering the release of audio from an administration interview with jailed sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, sources told CNN. Vice President J.D. Vance is set to host a dinner meeting at his residence on Wednesday evening to hash out the Trump administration's next move on the Maxwell audio and transcript, the network said. The gathering will include Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and FBI Director Kash Patel, according to 3 sources familiar with the plans. The group is expected to discuss whether to release the audio and transcript from Blanche's conversation with Maxwell. The meeting will attempt to craft a unified response to the handling of the Epstein case and the interview with Maxwell, according to CNN. The Trump administration in February declassified and released files related to Epstein, but they were highly redacted and did not offer major revelations. A July memo from the DOJ and FBI said no additional material would be released. Trump's MAGA base has been vocally critical of attempts to stop the release of the Epstein files.
Those are just the highlights. You can see the full story at the Daily Beast website. Let's be honest about what this is. It's a panic move by Team Trump. And the interesting thing is they're not focused on public opinion. They're focused on MAGA opinion. Trump's base, which once worshipped him with a cult-like devotion, is now showing another side, and he's worried. So what's the dodgy scheme? They want to leverage Joe Rogan's perceived credibility. It's the political equivalent of slapping duct tape on a gushing pipe. And let's not pretend that Rogan is a neutral party. Trump's team is picking him because he helped put the Donald over the top against Kamala Harris. They think he can be won over again while in the presence of Trump and calm down that bro culture that is up in arms and could turn against Republicans in the midterms. But here's the problem for Trump. No Rogan podcast is going to erase the growing cacophony of questions about that other bromance of his, the one with Jeffrey Epstein. But this is just Trump being Trump. He thinks his mastery over the media and the weak minds that Rogan mentioned in that first clip can overcome the energy that is turned against him. We'll see. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts below with a comment, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.
I hate Occupy Democrats.